the most essential knowledge, information, and wisdom to know for any human being is to simply understand the nature of reality. So, we as consciousness create matter. Matter doesn't create consciousness. And this simple flipped perception has mainstream society sort of on its head with everything, the emphasis backwards. So, and this is all part of a spiritual algorithm. So nothing is going wrong here. So it's an infinite variety. So there's always developed and undeveloped consciousness. So it's actually impossible for any human being to do anything wrong or negative or bad or that could negatively affect other human beings against their will. What it actually does, it just amplifies the wanted end of the spectrum. So with consciousness and awareness of the nature of infinite variety, so there's the potential for unwanted, but that's simply helping us to identify what is wanted, and there's only a source of that which is wanted. So the unwanted is simply where a perceiver has their attention in the now on something other than the source, which is all that is natural. So it's natural for us to thrive. It's natural for us to feel good and secure in our physical reality and to understand that we're the creator of our own reality. So there is no assertion, there's only inclusion. So we're quite secure and serene and autonomous and sovereign in our own unique reality. So no matter what subject we take, simply applying consciousness from the perspective of everything is really non-physical, and anything we're calling physical is a point of perception that an individual perceiver is experiencing in the now. So if you apply it to the subject of health and well-being, if all of the conscious emphasis that is currently being placed upon avoiding what is unwanted, and we can go as specifically as we want into the subject of sanitation and awareness of viruses and germ theory versus terrain theory. And if we simply just flip the emphasis so that the conscious conversation is the understanding that it's impossible, there's no reason for there to fear anything, and in fact the fear itself is the only thing that could allow for the very point of the fear to actually materialize. So to say that again, it's impossible for any virus or any physical circumstance, regardless of what the reason behind it is, to assert itself into our reality. What's real is that we, as non-physical source of all reality, it's like flip that on its head. It's the opposite. It's like picture the opposite of an atomic bomb, the opposite of a nuclear bomb, like the opposite of the destruction of the opposite of the energy of ridiculous destruction to just like impervious serenity and peace and harmony, like the way that they talk about, seeing the face of God, like just like nothing can abide in the presence of love other than love and peace and harmony. So this is what I'm talking about with this serene feeling of security in our own physical reality. So that's the type of power that we have supporting us at all times. It's something that we can't even think of a visual, because that thing is our very existence. Like the opposite of the energy of destruction is creation, and that's what's dominant. So we can just align with this pure positive stream of creation, and we don't need to fear, and we don't need to go into specifics. We don't need to debate what's real. There's only one thing we need to understand. We're creating our own reality as the non-physical source, and everything we're calling physical is a point of perception in the now that an individual sentient being, me as John, you as you, are perceiving, and therefore creating an actual tangible experience that we perceive as physical. But we can know ourselves as the source creator and enjoy ourselves as the physical human, and just let ourselves be in one place at one time, identify our preferences, how we would like to experience our life, if we could just have things be the way we want for them to be, because that's what we want. So no justification necessary, just if we could just do what we really want to do, if we could just design the whole universe and reality from scratch and create whatever we want, what would we do? And that really is the nature of reality. So by allowing our consciousness to go there, we show ourselves more and more in the universe, and all that is shows us more and more how real this is. So thank you, and let's have some fun.